Yeah, they can add it. They can just still add it to it. Cause I'm co-streaming right now. It should be. I just add
Yep,
my
yep,
jump.
yep.
Let's do this.
Boom. Okay, yeah, we have to add the audio.
Oh, let me check. I think mine's is edited. It is.
All right, cool. I mean, we in there.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all ready to get this thing started?
Good.
I'm ready.
Check to make sure that your game audio isn't overlapping our voices.
Yeah, I know the game audio is down to a slight where it's almost practically impossible to overlap now.
Okay.
So, I mean, they gonna hear very slightly in the background. All right, man, I already gonna get the thing
I
started.
can't adjust mine, so yeah, we can go.
Can I do yours? All right.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the music that matter humans of all ages, shapes, and sizes. It is time for the most spoilerific show in the universe. And if you have any requests for any topics, leave a comment below. Whether which fans of comic books and anime, this your boy Triple Cup Chuck, and I'm up. And you're tuning in to the Roy Vibration Podcast, where we talk about comic books, anime, video games, TV shows, comics, and more. Welcome to our humble abode. Let's go. Man, we're going to start this thing here off right. You want to say getting the first lady, you want to say she ain't tried right now, she actually doing a good thing. She's really knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable. And she was talking about some stuff. We're going to go diving into it. But until then, Ro, can you introduce yourself and let them know they can find you at?
I am Rogue, so they can find me on Xbox, Mixer, YouTube, and Twitter, all at Rogue Enigma 17, and on Instagram at Pretty Rogue 1.
Okay, that's what's up. So a little bit about you, Ro. What type of games you like to play since I know we never formally got the chance to do it because they've been having so much chaos going on. So I'd like to apologize for that, and I would like to know, say a little bit about yourself. So what type of games that interest you?
Shooter games. I play
Oh,
all shooter
you a
games.
shooter?
All shooter. Yep.
All right, so you more what about like let's say the Battlefield type or the Call of Duty type?
Actually, I've enjoyed playing both.
Yeah, well, you one of the only few people that I know that don't prefer one over the other one. I mean, but you got to prefer one. Oh, you don't get into that battle, huh? You don't get to that battle.
Now I'm getting to that bad. I like what I like.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You know that you're a gamer first. It's
Always.
not about what you play down. It's about the being immersed into what you play.
Right. So I just got into playing like driving games like Forza for the first time, and I actually liked it.
So you took into the shooter. Well,
Yeah, I gotta
but
get
since
Savage
like-
credit for that.
Yeah, that's
I
how
wasn't even
it
trying
happens.
to take credit. I just said I was gonna vouch for
So you gonna vouch for it, so you know what time it is. And speak about it, man. What's good with the Savage Carter, man? I seen the achievement that you got up there. So introduce yourself, let them know they can find you at, and tell the world about this achievement, this goal, this accomplishment that you acquired.
you know me, it's the Savage. You know what I'm saying. You can find me on the Xbox Savage Carter. I'm streaming right now on Mixer. You know what I'm saying. At Savage underscore Carter. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. You can catch me on Twitch. You know what I'm saying. You can catch me on Twitter. Savage Carter 225. You know what I'm saying. You can catch me. You can just about anywhere. You know what I'm saying.
It's like we need to
Just
clear out these
don't
loading
catch me
shelves.
in the wrong
Oh, yeah.
spot at the wrong time.
Preferably
Saying the
before
wrong
more
thing.
psions break out.
But check this out.
I'll clear them out.
Saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing.
You know how it is. But you know, right, I'm just gonna have, you know, Off to the the real topic. I've been playing Anthem since the update came out. You know what I'm saying? And I done reached the actual legendary status of the game. You know what I'm saying? I done reached over 900. You know what I'm saying? I got the legendary status. And
It must take a lot of grinding to get to the level. Like they don't have them in
no,
the
I'm saying,
extra reach.
I'm gonna put it.
Do that.
I'm gonna put it like this. Most Xbox players know. More PC players know. So I had them 20 million straight up legendary Xbox players. And if you out there and you feel offended about what I'm saying, I'm just telling you, there's only a few of them.
It's the number. The numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. It ain't a question, it's a achievement. It's an achievement. Because that's like when somebody was playing basketball and they was coming in 98. It's only a handful of people that can play this shit. And you one of the handful of people that can fucking legendary. A legend. A legend. What beat sound out?
That's it. We're clear.
Now I know you're gonna do all that.
More shells. Let's move them.
I'm a living legend.
I'm a living legend.
What we talking about? We got one in here.
The loader's hit. Oh shit!
That's what's up.
Take out that snatcher.
Man, let's go ahead since we got somebody else that's up here that's doing a lot of flipping, and he been flipping off at the mouth lately because of the situation that is going on. And he was actually the first person to say anything about it. I heard like first thing, and when it came to the breaking news, he was able to flip it instantly. I ain't gonna tell you what the breaking news is because this will be spoiling my spoiler risk. So with that being said, Flip, I'll introduce yourself and let me know what
Okay, I mean, you can find me on Xbox Live. You know what I'm saying? Flip Money Online. You can find me on you can find me on Twitter, Flip Money 1975. You can find me also, on Mixer, Flip Money on my online at Mixer at, also the worst gamer ever. So, of course, you can find me here. I'm getting manhandled right now by this big ass creature. I got shooting in the butt to kill him. That's weird, but okay.
Hold on. Yeah, you got a creature, you got to shoot in the butt to get killed.
Yeah, I got shooting in the butt. Shoot him in his butt. You got to shoot him in his butt to kill him on Gears of War. I don't know what's going on, and he got me.
Man, I'm playing this with cheese on baseball. You said that they hit a home run on you.
Oh shit.
Man, look, that's jank.
Oh my god. Oh, he got me, Rogue, he got me in his belly.
Okay, that's enough said for ready or let's go ahead and get this chaos stuff right here. Because he did a one or two because he said something from the butt to the gut. So let's go ahead and keep the party going with chaos. Introduce yourself and you know the oh man.
It ain't hurt my ear this time. It ain't get.
Yeah, no, right, because I got the gaming headphones on now because I'm doing it on mission. So I'm getting the game and surround sound when we talking. And it was everywhere.
That's good.
That's
good.
I feel y'all trying
back to the ore transporter.
You hear me like I'm an editor in your head, but anyway.
You have any
it's been
trouble?
great, y'all.
Ant-Man sounded when he was inside of, who that was? Ant-Man was inside of when he got small.
We do.
When inside somebody head tomorrow, that's your conscious speaking. Oh man, y'all don't remember who that was?
Iron Man.
Oh, that was Iron Man. He did that too. Okay, cool. Yeah. That's.
He's an Iron Man, a Falcon. He did it to both of them.
Yeah, it was Iron Man with his much conscious. So that's you, Chaos.
Sorry about that.
Ant-Man. Yeah, go ahead. The guy. I had the character. Yeah.
Fire in the hole!
Not much. I'll be back. I got 3 of my cats doing something bad right now. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay, emergency alert, emergency alert. That's what you get when you come to the chaos guy.
His dad, no, that's not what happened. His dad told him he better have his school clothes ready, or that's his behind. That's what that is. He gotta get his school clothes.
I'm still on the mic. Hey, yo.
I want you to be on the mic.
I know you can't go to the party like you used to, like the young
Stone Cold Steve on the stun. You hit him with the stun. Hey, so I got a quick question to get the party started. I just want to know, do y'all feel? Y'all heard, everybody heard. So you know, it's so far record. We got to go diving straight to the topic. So, who do y'all think is at fault in this situation with Spider-Man? Do you think it's on Marvel or Sony? Yeah, no matter name,
We're just gonna let the lady.
Or Sony.
We're gonna let the leader of the podcast.
Sony.
Hey, go ahead, bro.
Go ahead, bro.
You said Sony.
Sony is the problem.
So why you?
So
think
let
Sony's
me
the problem?
clarify a couple things first. A lot of people did not read the actual article that came out. They listened to what the meaning of co-financing is. Disney is simply asking Sony, hey,
Oh shit!
we want you to make these movies for us, but we want you to help us pay for it. Because we've been putting 100% of the bill, and we let you keep 95% of the profit. Help us pay for it.
Right.
Sony don't want to do that. They're not asking Sony for more of the profits. No, they want them to help them pay for it, the movies to get done.
They already got a whole lot on their plate.
Because you think about it, Disney and Marvel own the Spider-Man name, the Spider-Man character, the Spider-Man imaging, the video game rights. They own everything. The only thing that Sony has a piece of is simply just the movie rights. That's all they got. Nothing else.
Okay,
Because
James,
people were
this
saying
war
that,
transport, what kind of
Marvel
shit is it
lost Spider-Man to Sony. No, they didn't. They still own it. The only thing they didn't own that they sold to Sony was the movie rights.
Yeah. So what about the situation if it was Marvel, then why when they offered to go with the 50-50 then? So what happened with that situation? That was more of a Marvel changing and Sony wanted to go with the same deal. So wouldn't that be a more of a Marvel problem?
No, because if they put 100% of the bill to pay for everything, we're only getting 5% of the profit. We letting you keep 95% of the profit.
Hey Marcus,
But we're putting up 100% of the cost.
We're almost there.
They just saying help us pay for it. Because you reaping the benefits, so why you can't help us pay for it?
What she's saying is, it's not that Disney wanted 50% of the profit. They wanted them to pay for 50% of making the damn movie.
Right. Because they're going to keep 95% of the profits. And Marvel and Disney's only getting 5% of what they sold the first week. Not the whole thing, only 5% of what they sold ticket-wise the first week. That's all they get. So you still reaping all the benefits of the movie, but we want you to help us pay for it. Because they also have to put up the money for the merchandising, for all the marketing, and they're putting up 100% for the movie.
Then get ready.
So they're putting out more money.
Sony don't get nothing. Sony don't get nothing for the movie rights. When
no, they're getting all the money for the movie rights. They're not getting anything for merchandising.
No, I'm talking about when Sony in the Spider-Man in the Marvel movie, Sony don't get none of the movie rights. See, that's the thing.
They still get a piece of the action.
No, they said that's the thing. Sony didn't get paid for when Spider-Man was in Marvel movies. That's like when Marvel didn't get paid by the Sony movie.
Oh, they get paid for that because they own the movie rights to Spider-Man. So anytime he's in a movie, they got to get paid, regardless because they own those movie rights. They cannot make a Spider-Man movie without Sony getting paid for it. They got to, because they own the movie rights, because they had to get permission from Sony to make a movie with my
right. That was a part of the agreement. That Marvel get 100% of the revenue when Spider-Man is featured in a movie, and Sony get 100% when they do a solo Spider-Man movie. So they just the features, they don't get paid for the features. So whatever he featured in, Sony don't get paid off of. I heard that was a part of the agreement too.
No. Sony. All right. Any movie in Sony.
That the people that didn't know what they was talking about was saying.
Right. Yeah. Like what
Sony
you
gets
saying,
paid regardless.
Sony is getting paid. Even when Spider-Man was in what was the movie that he was in? The War. No, even in the Avengers movie that he was in.
Infinity War.
And Infinity War, even when he was in on Civil War, Sony still was getting paid. It was still getting paid some of that profit.
They own all the movie rights.
They was getting
not
some
a piece of it. They own every single movie right.
They was getting some money from that.
Right, but wouldn't that boost Disney money up anyway? Because if Sony only own the movie rights, they're putting out these movies about Spider-Man, that boosts up the toy sales and the video games. Think about it. That Spider-Man PS4 was one of the hottest games this generation. One of the hottest games this generation. And you can't deny that.
Yeah, but Sony got none of that money.
Sony don't get none of that.
The device is theirs, but they get the money because Marvel and Disney owns the video game rights.
Right, they own the video game.
So it made sense to put it on PlayStation because Sony has they have rights to Spider-Man, but they don't own the video game rights.
Let me tell you what all this is really going to mean, though. This means that Disney is going to really be working on getting that Spider-Man back. Like, just get the full, complete rights, just like everybody else. Like, literally, the only character that Disney will probably own for for a little bit is probably Hawk. They're going to get that Spider-Man before they're going to get Hawk. And with this stuff, oh yeah, they're definitely going to get it. Disney's going to get the last laugh. They always do.
What do you mean? What do you mean by they going to get that? What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
They're
gonna get the. They're gonna get.
They can't.
They can't.
They can't.
Yeah, they can.
They're on borderline monopoly right now. They're borderline monopoly. So
no, not that.
Anything out of that, you think?
No.
Yeah.
Let me say what I mean. Now, what I mean by that is that as long as Sony continue on making movies, making the Spider-Man movies or whatever, they can still have property to that till however long that contract stated that it's up. Sony been doing their part of the deal with Spider-Man movie by pushing out Spider-Man movie. I'm sorry, that was me, I think. Sony is continuing on getting by they honoring their agreement with that Spider-Man license to be able to make the movies, whatever. They good until whenever that license said that they can't do it no more. Like if they was to stop making Spider-Man for like let's say about 10 years, it automatically go back to on Marvel. That's that agreement that they had.
Like how Daredevil did.
Right.
Like how Daredevil did.
Because they as long as they keep making them movies and that contract is still valid or whatever, Sony got Spider-Man.
Who's still making those? Like who's still paying for those movies though?
No, Sony going to be paying for them now.
Still paying for them. But yeah, now they got 100% of the bill on your own.
Sony going to have to pay for it. Yeah, Sony going to be doing it by themselves now.
Oh, okay. I thought Disney was still going to have to put money into it.
Oh, nah. That's what the fallout is about.
So,
hold up.
Okay.
Hey, we got a person that have not heard the news, so we got a person on here kind of held them away from the news as much as we possibly can. Well, this is the situation, Chaos. Spider-Man, the joint situation with him and Marvel, with Sony, is divorced. Well, no more Spider-Man in the MCU. We trying to find out with the whole leaking of the news. I want to know from your perspective of this situation with the future MCU movies will not have Spider-Man in them. So how would you think they would come with these new future MCU movies without Spider-Man? Would they be able to make it? And how would you think they'll go by and acknowledge the fact that there's no more Spider-Man? Because they built him up almost to be like the next Iron Man. So the direction that MCU will have to go to now because they're not using their main character, and by you being a new person to finally hear this information that's been flooding Twitter about Spider-Man, what do you think about the future of the MCU? Will Spider-Man have an effect for you, or this, or you don't think it's gonna have no effect on the MCU?
Sony off the whole Spider-Verse, right?
No,
Yeah.
they do not.
No?
Yeah, they do.
Not on the
Not all of
They
them.
do.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No, they don't. They do not. They only own simply just the rights to make a Spider-Man movie. They don't own nothing else.
Oh, well,
okay. I
that's why.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking
There we go.
about
There we go right there. There we go right there. Make them own. Go to one of the other Spider-Man. Savage has been wanting this all along. I'd be interested to see it boom. If he really wanted to, have somebody else take up that Spider-Man message. That could be one way. I mean, that's
No, but they can't do that.
The death of Peter
Have
Parker.
all the
Movie rights.
all the Spider-Man, all the Spider-Verse.
moving right. Oh, okay, that's what I was trying
Just
to
the
Yeah,
movie
come out
rights,
the
not the
movie
verse
rights.
itself. Just the
Yeah,
movie rights.
yeah.
Everything
movie
is-
rights.
Oh,
Yeah,
just the
by
movie
Marvel.
rights to have his
Right,
Spider-Man.
that's the only.
Yeah.
Right, that's
They
the only
had the
thing
right to
that's.
make the movies.
Oh.
But
I
merchandise,
want
the names, all
I
this
want
stuff.
them to put a free kill and kill him.
well, I'm gonna tell you this.
He said kill them.
This is a prediction that I thought about, and me and 100 was saying this. If let's say which is going to happen, Spider-Man is going to make money, but it's not going to do that billion that Disney had gave it. So soon as everything hits the fan and it goes left, because as y'all may not notice, I read up on that people talk about boycotting Sony for the Spider-Man, also the PlayStation 4, which I have no idea why they want to do that with PlayStation 4. But
Let's be
but
honest.
but hold up, but when everything goes wrong or whatever, and if Sony have to go back to the table, let's just say the movie that they came out, it doesn't do as good as they wanted to do. If they go back to Disney, Disney gonna play hardball. Disney gonna rob them. Disney gonna break them real good. They're gonna break them real good. They have to go back to Disney. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Disney, that contract, they're gonna renegotiate that contract real good. They're gonna break the hell out of Sony for this fuckery that they're doing.
So it goes again to where I say Disney will get the last laugh.
Yeah.
They don't get the last.
Yeah.
But
It's gonna come down
put you to
to
the whole point.
do what we
until you
want and
said,
give us our character back.
Until you set the point, I honestly don't think any type of boycott. Well, I mean, like, yeah, I'm gonna just say it. I don't really think any type of boycotting would really work. But with the rest of the stuff, oh yeah, the Spider-Man movies are gonna be plummeting down. They ain't definitely gonna get that Disney quality. Honestly, it's. I feel like it's gonna be a higher tier than Venom, but
I got it.
I mean, but you think it's gonna be okay that Spider-Man not in the MCU no more? I mean, they gonna if they go back to Sony, you know, Sony gonna throw him in in the Venom Spider-Verse, and you know that's what direction they're gonna go with him, and they rip him out the MCU. So you think he'll be alright just crossing over with Venom and Spider-Verse with the Marvel movies and stuff?
Spider-Man crossing over with Venom. Oh, nah. I mean, it'll kind of. I guess it'll be more hype than it would be good if you understand what I'm saying. But on the terms of Marvel's completely fine. Like, they'll whip something up in a minute. They probably already got a plan for this. They probably seen this coming.
Always.
Marvel is going to be good on the strength of what you're just saying, because they own, well, of course, you know, they own all the other characters and stuff. So Spider-Man is just a small part to a bigger pot. It's just that they was helping Disney out. Sony out. So Sony can't understand that. That's look at their track record
all
of
the
all
other
the
people
movies.
who lead into the. Look at about all the other people who's led the Avengers before. I mean, they just. Go ahead.
I mean, do you think it's the whole purpose of them doing it because Marvel say, look, we want a better deal now because the Spider-Man has become the best-selling Spider-Man that ever existed from Sony, the best ever Sony movie ever. just you want more money? You think they could
No,
be
no,
just
no.
being greedy now?
No, I
No,
don't
they're
think
not
that they
asking
being
for
greedy.
money. That's the common misconception. They're not asking for money. They're asking
Right.
Sony to simply help us pay
No,
for this.
Okay, well,
That's all
I'm
they
saying
want you
more
to do.
money, but they asking for instead of going back with the same agreement. Now since the Spider-Man movie was so successful, they feeling like they want more. You know what I'm saying? Compensation.
They know they're not
That could be-
asking for compensation at all, period. They're just simply asking them to help us pay for this.
the
They
movie.
still gonna keep the standard 5% the 5% off the first week that they were getting. That part would never change.
Right.
Sony still
Right.
was going to get
A large chunk.
all
That,
of the sales.
Watch it! Ruby's behind you!
They're not asking for my money. They saying help us pay for this. You still gonna keep all the money that you gonna get. We still gonna keep our 5% that you make the first week. We gonna keep that. That
You know,
part of the
greed-
deal will never change.
Greed is an awful thing.
But they're not being
I
greedy.
gotta
They're
say.
just telling, Sony's being greedy
No,
because they don't
no,
want to have to
that's
pay
what I'm
for
saying.
it.
For Sony's greed is what's going to kill them at the end of the day. I mean, Disney doing this is low key kind of help. Well, not like the whole deal with like helping them out when they're asking them to pay, but this whole Spider-Man deal overall is just that Disney was just doing all this like really helping Sony out before before they asked for this contract. They asked for the renegotiate the terms of the cost and this and that. So Sony just took it for advantage of being like, no, we like how it is. You guys go ahead and pay. We ain't paying for squat now.
no, just call
They
it what
just
it
shot
is.
themselves in the foot.
No, just call it what it is. Sony is being a cocky ass. Because their statement was, thank you for the roadmap. Not lying, you can look it up. They said thank you for the roadmap to Disney and shit. Like, fuck it. We got this now. We good. And they really think that they good, not knowing that when people see Spider-Man now, come on, everybody, who don't like the idea? Same thing if it was DC or any other comic book. Who don't like the idea of all of them being in one universe? Who don't like that idea? So now that you done took that out of the element, I'm sorry, you gonna get what you deserve after that. I'll be surprised if Spider-Man hit $1 billion. I'll be surprised. And not only that, the actor himself, he tweeted, he unfollowed Sony. He unfollowed Sony on every social media. He unfollowed Sony, and people noticed that. Like, wait a minute, why did he unfollow Sony? So I mean,
him and the girl.
Right. So his contract is over. Was almost up anyway. Cause they was like, well, he did sign an agreement for 2 more movies or whatever. It don't even matter now. If he can do that 2 more movies out, it's going to be a done deal anyway. Because they're going to try to switch it up and get another actor. This is not nothing unusual like Sony. Sony did the same thing with the Amazing Spider-Man and all the other Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. They wanted to do the next Spider-Man 4 in 3D. The director said, no, I don't think that's a good idea. They're heading that direction. Sony got mad, gave him the boot. And so the Tobey Maguire was like, fuck it, I'm leaving too then. If he's going, I'm going. And that's what happened with that Spider-Man movie. I don't know the other guy name, what happened with that one. You know what I'm saying? That one wasn't that good. That one wasn't that good either. So as Triple Cup said, this is the best Spider-Man movie Sony has ever.
You know what this kind of reminds me of though, but it's not really the same situation. Sony's just like the price just reminded me of like GameStop. I'm just getting GameStop vibes out of this. Like just how GameStop is and like how Sony is. I just think on the movie side, I think Sony's just going to be done for. I think it's just a downfall for the cinematic side of Sony. They just need I think they just need to fix their electronics and PlayStation 4. So I think they need to just get rid of
Spider-Man was their bread and butter.
Yeah.
I mean, but you gotta be in the Venomverse. You don't think it's Sony to survive?
That ain't gonna do well. That ain't gonna do well. That go do well.
Look at the last Venom movie. That last single Venom movie. Did that movie make anywhere near $1 billion? Nope. Did it make more? Did it make more than what they had put out on it? Barely.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
If they ain't gonna strike, go twice. They ain't gonna strike go twice.
You gonna have these little kids, and what I noticed it when I seen it on TMZ, it was a grown woman who said Sony messing up. She's a mother, so kids gonna notice something different. Like, how come I don't see Iron Man or the Hulk or something? They gonna notice that. How come this other character is not in that movie?
Detour?
Kids notice
What
that.
if we detoured on our way to you?
Case, I told you.
So,
You
I mean, but
we're good right now.
you think that hurt? You think that hurt Sony with the Spider-Man more than it hurt MCU losing Spider-Man?
We're going
Hell
to get
yeah.
her.
Oh yeah,
Now.
definitely.
oh yeah,
Definitely.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
They got way too many characters
Sonic.
that they can use and reintroduce
Yup.
to make money. Trust
Yup.
and believe
Oh
that.
yeah.
You know how many leaders?
Twice the size of
Do you know how many leaders of the fucking Avengers that they already got in the team right now?
I mean,
How many
yeah,
people-
that's
Yeah.
Y'all can't admit that he played a major role in the past, and then he just all of a sudden just disappeared.
So,
Or they can make it right
what you
now.
think about it? Think about this though. Chuck, think about this. Say they want to touch the multiverse, right?
Right.
They don't need Spider-Man.
Guys on top of that.
Don't gonna get hurt for that.
Exactly.
They gonna be hurt.
Honestly, and then when Spider-Man crash and burn, they do want to introduce Spider-Man. The only thing they have to do is like, Spider-Man, you know how Spider-Man ended with them ended like saying this revealing his identity, this and that. They could just work around that, like, he was in hiding all this time, and now he just came back out of hiding or something like that.
No. They can't even mention the name.
I'm saying
They
once
can't
the-
even- Yes, they
I said
can.
once Sony.
No, they
I said
can't.
once Sony. I said
They
once
wouldn't.
Sony.
They wouldn't better mention his name.
But I said once Sony, gets through when that Spider-Man crashes and burns, and
I see
Disney
what
gets
you're
the
going
rights
on.
back.
I see what he's
Yeah,
talking about.
they
He's
could
talking about like he know that they ain't
Spider-Man
gonna be able to use. He know they're not gonna be able to use that name, but he's just saying, look at how they
And think about
No,
it.
they can still use the name. Marvel owns the name.
No, they can't- they
Sony
can't
does
say
not
it's
own
a-
the name.
And think about it.
No, you're
And
talking
think
about
it, though.
Sony.
They can just
I think
say,
you're talking about
and
Sony,
they
right?
can just say that Spider. Yeah, they can just say that Spider-Man was
They
the
can use
canon.
his name in the
was,
MCU because Marvel owns his name.
any future Spider-Mans that Sony makes that
I'm
isn't
sorry,
part of the
hold on.
MCU, the MCU
Yeah,
can
they
just
really
say, "Oh,
can.
that ain't canon."
They really
They ain't
can.
canon.
Marvel can use his name because they own Spider-Man. They just,
They own the name.
So, like I said, they can give me what I want. They can find a chill out.
Death Peter Parker.
Yep.
Oh, it's gonna hurt
If
Sony.
he's repetitive, kill him off and then do Spider-Gwen.
I will watch it.
I
will watch that.
Or Spider-Man 2099.
No, they can't. Marvel can't make no Spider-Man.
Spider-Man movie, at all.
You
Anything
can-
with the name
cannot be
Spider-Man.
titled Spider-Man.
I don't even really gotta go that route, to be honest with you.
I mean, but Sony can.
They got way too many characters that they can use to do something else with.
So what about the Philippines? One thing.
I know.
How Sony could make all MCU? I mean, with Spider-Man. How can they do that? I know
They have a hard time doing
they
that.
got enough audience. Yeah, they would have a whole time to. Then they would have to recast Spider-Man and stuff over again, or.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Chuck, you don't understand. That's gonna happen. That is inevitable. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
Cause his contract is almost up. That's gonna happen.
But he still got one. He got one more movie, and I think he had a contract. The director that was supposed to direct the first two movies, he already.
No, but that's the movie.
He didn't really got no contract. He only signed for the first two movies. He was supposed to go to re-sign and never did.
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
only got one more movie in him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
there
what
we go.
me and Rose said that. Like, how many movies already has he been in with the MCU? How many right now?
The downfall.
How many movies right now that have he been in with the MCU?
5.
5, right? He only had one more,
5.
right? That's it. That's it.
He had a 6 MCU contract. That's it.
Yup, that's it. Now, what they was renegotiating is to make other movies. That's what they were trying to do, make other future movies and stuff like that. Remember, if they hit $1 billion, we're going to go in there and we're going to renegotiate this contract to make future MCU, to keep them inside the MCU, whatever. It failed. That's it. It's a wrap. That's it. So by then, he don't have to, he can call it a quit after that.
Yeah,
He be a free agent.
I don't think this guy is falling on the chicken little thing, but I do believe right now what they're going through is negotiation, and this is a tactic that they're playing. I don't know who did this, but I know one side leaked the information to the public to get everybody out there, to get the fans involved in the situation. So my question is, who y'all think that leaked the information? Like, do you think it came from our camp of Sony, or do you think it came out of Disney? Because if Disney leaked the information, they feel like everybody gonna jump on Sony to pin them on the corner. Or do y'all think it's something that Sony leaked to say that Disney is trying to stronghold them and trust them and put them in the way of fighting to get more squeezing every penny out of them out of the Spider-Man franchise? So who y'all think leaked the information?
I don't know.
I want to see what Savage in on. He ain't hopped in here a minute, man. What's good, Savage? What side you think leaked the information?
I did it.
That'd be crazy.
Now we know.
Yeah, what do you think then, Flip?
I don't think nobody leaked no information. I think that's just something that was going to happen. I really do. I don't think nobody leaked nothing.
That was
really stupid.
Y'all know when they do stuff like that, it's behind what you call it? Behind closed doors. But you gotta be negotiating.
I mean, when you gotta, okay.
Because you know, ain't gonna be 60, 40, then all of a sudden they gonna go to the, I give you this, you know, it's gonna go back and forth. And I think
look at it like this.
All this here.
Look at it like this. It was going to get leaked out regardless. I mean, it was going to come out regardless.
I'll be right there.
So, to me, it doesn't matter who leaked it out or what, because whether if anyone leaked it out or not, that information still was going to get exposed.
Yeah, but think about it here though. The timing is everything. It's the time that it was leaked out. Okay. I mean, everybody would have found out about it, but when we found out about it, it might have been after the fact. And then after that, they came back and renegotiated a better deal. And you might have heard that, oh, they had one part of the deal, but they couldn't come to an agreement where they walked away. Then they end up coming back together, and this is the deal we presented to everybody. You know, we might have heard it then, but like now, they're just getting information to try to sway the public in the direction to kind of push in their favor. So that's what I'm saying. So in those situations, they saying it had to either come from out of Sony camp, because it was only Sony camp that knew about the situation, or Disney. So one of the two camps said did it, and the people saying that they think it was a tactic. So before they say who y'all think was side to get did it down, do y'all think that it was a tactic, or y'all think it was just a random time that just happened where everybody found out the information?
I think it's just random. Just random.
I honestly don't think it would even matter. I just say just wait until the next Spider-Man comes out, and then see that crash and burn, and then there's some good changes made.
You think they'll let a whole
Think about it. If the next Spider-Man don't do good for Sony, that's worry mode. That's major worry mode. They're gonna cut. Either they're gonna go back to Sony, or gonna let that, or they just gonna crash and burn. That's the only two options. I mean, that is the only two options right now. But you know, I ain't gonna count the chickens. You know. Before anything, I forgot to say whatever, but you know what I'm talking about. But
chickens before they hatch.
Yeah, count the chickens before they hatch. So I mean, that could be good. That's the reason why I ain't counting my chickens yet. But I'm just saying it's a 95% chance the thing's gonna crash and burn. And they gonna go back there. And they gonna go back. Those are really going to be their two options.
Yeah, because I think Sony still going to have to go back to Disney for them to even merchandise the movie. Because why would you make a movie that you can't sell nothing for? So there'll be no T-shirts,
I think
no
that's so funny.
lunchboxes, no backpacks, no figurines, no nothing. So you can make a movie that you can't sell anything for. Because you have to crawl back to Disney and say, hey, can I get this permission to do this?
And
Or
they
can
gonna
y'all,
hit you.
pay for this to do this for us? And they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
You know what that is, though?
Oh snap! Oh snap!
The only thing they got left, is the movie and the hype. And the hype, I think you can get behind it. That's the only thing they got right is the hype. They just have to hype the movie up real good.
That remind me of the song back
And
in
you can't
my
get
era.
it on DVD,
and just
because
play
they
it.
still consider merchandise.
Dang.
Don't believe the hype.
Yeah, but I don't think
That's my
Disney-
era.
I don't think Disney could choke them out like that. That's the only
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
I don't
they
think
can.
Disney-
They can
Yeah.
do
They
that.
can, but I don't think they would.
I would.
I mean, I would.
They can definitely do that. We can show you better than we did.
The main focus, when Kenya said, the point is actually coming to fruition now.
I don't listen to Chaos. What is it?
He was saying something about how Marvel produced or Marvel produced the company. And this is what he said.
Oh.
But yeah,
Because either way, you got to go back to them for the merchandise. You got to go back to them for the marketing, right? So you don't have that.
Tower's just up ahead. Don't stop.
It's just one of those things that you just look at Sony and then you just face palm or just give them that weird look like, what were you thinking? Like, did you really think that? It's just one of those weird things that you just don't see on YouTube, on a YouTube video of the top 10 weird decisions companies have made. It's going to be one of them. Because this move is just, this move is nothing but foolish. It was straightforward. Just to ruin your relationship like that.
Like if you pay it to your own package.
That's almost like, Coca came out before Pepsi, right? I wanted to, it was one, I think it was like, Coke had Pepsi before they got popular, but they chose didn't. And look how Pepsi now is kind of like that. It's just as ridiculous. Like what Sony's doing.
Coke was before Pepsi. Coca-Cola was known worldwide, and Pepsi was known statewide at the point in time because Coke came out first, and it was called.
And they had the chance.
Yeah, it was like Coca-Cola and all that other stuff. Yeah. So it is what it is.
Yeah, they had the chance to buy Pepsi, but didn't do it. Look at them now, the biggest competitor. Same thing with Sony. It's like Sony just slap Disney in the face and also slap themselves in the face and as well.
Where you at so I can follow you? I'm getting killed out this thing.
I just honestly can't think of anything logical of Sony's decision or why they do it. You just can't. I just don't get it, except for greed.
I mean, but it wasn't that greedy of Sony to just say they want the same contract. Why change the good thing?
Oh shit!
That was
Because
We have to get to the tower!
Disney and Marvel is putting up all the and you're reaping all the benefits. So how about you have to pay for it? But we're not asking you no more money as a profit. We're just asking you help us pay to get this out. That's all they're saying. They want you to co-finance it. So if we need $1 million to make this movie, we need you to kick in half. You still gonna keep all the profits that you're gonna get anyway. But we just need you to kick in half of what it costs to make the movie.
And they don't want to do it. They got cocky. That's all it is. So they got cocky. They got cocky. Like, like I said, what the dude said, I appreciate the deal that we did, blah, 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 with Sony and all that other stuff. I mean, Disney, thank you. They done show us a roadmap. We out. That's a straight, you know what I mean? Middle finger right up them. Gave them a straight middle finger like, thanks, and I'm out. Pew! They done made they done made they done made they billions and they out of here. Like I'm out of here.
Oh shit! Don't let him touch you!
For like,
We have to
listen
get
here.
to the tower!
But trust me, if they would have never said, Disney would have never came to them about none of that stuff like that, Spider-Man would have continued on being in the MCU like they had it planned, and Disney was doing that. Oh, trust me, you would have heard Sony wouldn't have said nothing. They would have just sat there and let Disney continue on doing it. Like, who you worrying about? You getting paid off Disney.
I mean, that was the whole purpose. I think
Everyone, come on, get inside!
The Sony, it was saying that they wanted to do a Spider-Man movie and they was gonna take everything. They didn't have to worry about it. So instead of Sony, what they was doing was they took their whole what they was doing with Spider-Man and then Marvel take over. So with this agreement, that's why they did.
But see, but see.
They own stars of Spider-Man, yeah.
But see, you have to understand whether Disney is getting, all the money from the merchandise and all that other stuff, 100% of the profit, or even if Sony was getting 100% of the profit of the movie, it doesn't matter.
just lost our way up.
The still fact
There's
remains
another
is
service
that
tower up ahead.
who was
Follow
doing all
me.
the writing? Disney. Who was
So,
doing
is
all
it
the
just me, or
directing?
does it feel like this
Disney.
entire plan is trying to kill us?
You know what I'm saying? Who's doing all then all the casting? Disney. Who's using all the special effects? Disney. Whose studio you using? Disney. They're not doing that, but just collecting the check. So it's like somebody who just sitting on their fat ass and just collecting the check. That's all they was doing.
But that's
collecting
how
a
Disney
fucking
presented
check.
it to them, though.
I know.
I mean, the whole concept, that's how Disney presented it to them, for them to agree to the situation. They said, oh, you want to make a Spider-Man movie and we get paid and all we got to do is just be cool, out, let's do this. Now, if they would have said, let's split the profits and all this other stuff at the beginning, some
Then
would
that's the
never...
problem. They're not asking about splitting the profit. They
Yeah,
want
that's
they
what
want
I'm
to
saying.
do the whole financing.
Cost.
Yeah.
Right.
Split the cost.
Right.
That's
Some would never agree to it at the first time.
I get what you're saying. You're saying that because Disney brought that in and brought that element into that equation. Like, okay, well, listen here. I'll pay for everything, and you just, whatever, let us have Spider-Man in the movie.
Right. Agree to it from the start. Like, no other reason why I don't agree to the whole situation. That's what I'm saying. And
Think
then I'm
about
on
it.
one.
They should have known that that contract wasn't going to stay on the table for long with them constantly putting up all these money to get it done. You keeping all the profit. They should have known that was going to change.
I
We're
you know
giving
what?
you $1 billion franchise right now.
Oh, snap. You know what? Now that you say that, that does make you kind of wonder, did Disney do this on purpose? Because Disney knew that wasn't going to stand. So it's like that makes you wonder, damn, did you do this on purpose? To try to get them in the corner because you know that they're going to fail. It's like you know they're going to fail by themselves. It ain't going to do well. Just to try to get it back.
I mean, hey, petty stuff been done in business before, so why not do it?
That's what they look like they're doing. I mean, but both companies, I think that's a part of the marketing strategies and stuff like that, and how, they got all these contracts, you have this fine, but to kind of stray away from the Spider-Man for a second, they have this behind the rumor that's going around about the Marvel streaming service, not the Marvel streaming, the Disney streaming service, that they was interested in working on Heroes for Hire. And it was in after the cool down period, and it was actually supposed to be the whole thing of when they was going to introduce Daredevil into the MCU, and actually on Spider-Man 3 as Spider-Man's lawyer. That's how they was going to introduce Daredevil. So now I guess they're going to have to figure out a different way they was going to introduce that character. But they were saying at that same time period, they was going to work on the Heroes for Hire. And I was wondering if y'all would like to see on the Heroes for Hire the same characters that was in the Netflix series, or which I would still recast and or just them wipe that clean and just start over
Seems
fresh.
like you've been here before.
They can use the same characters. Because people already have been used to them.
Yeah, I
So
would
it'd
be
be-
the same characters personally. I'm with that. I'm
Either or for me. Either or. My thing is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So, you know, if you think that these
Pretty
actors
much.
is good enough to do the big screen, fuck it. Hey, I'll say give them a shot. Hey, hell, why not?
Yeah, but no, it wasn't gonna go on the big screen. It was they were thinking about putting it on like
Okay, this
the
might be a problem.
Hulu or
This whole place is
the
infested.
Disney streaming service, like how they doing the Loki series, the Scarlet Witch series and stuff like that, and just doing Heroes for Hire, and just bring the y'all would want to like just that way they would have to do the origin stories, but y'all like for Disney to just come back and do their own thing. But like how she said, so what about you, Seth? What you think? You think that you come out with new characters, or that you stay with the same characters that they've been having? Let's say that, bro. On fiction. Okay, and then you were just saying.
Everybody except Jessica Jones.
You don't want to see Jessica Jones, mate?
Not that.
You know what? You know what? You know what? I'm with that. I'm with that. You know what? They need to bring in more characters. Bring in different characters. I'm with that. I want to see that. The mother characters, they had their time. Yeah, bring in some fresh characters. Now, what they could do with the existing characters that they already had, like I always said, mix them up with somebody else.
Incoming frag.
Right. I gotta feel that. I feel like this. I don't want to see no more origin stories. The characters already did. Feel like I already experienced it. I don't want to rehab and go through that shit again. Like every time they got a new Batman movie, you gotta go.
We shouldn't have to see. Oh snap! We shouldn't have to see another origin story, man. Like I don't know why. Like flashback. That's all it is. It doesn't take that long for a flashback. They've been doing that since they've been doing movies. Flashback. 20-minute flashback. Bam. Get it out the way. Next episode. Let's just keep flowing. Like damn. Well, we don't have to see like a whole complete origin story. I don't even know why we like some characters just really don't need an origin story. Some of them I get it, because some people may not know who they are.
But you know, most characters once they've been established, they bring. Matter of fact, so what about yourself? Be as involved into it, like these situations, if Disney took over and they had new characters and had to do a new whole introduction to these characters, or would y'all like to just see the same characters continue on, and would y'all watch it if it was new characters? Like the old characters gone, new characters, you still be interested if y'all gotta be reintroduced. Like the Heroes for Hire, you just look up just Luke Cage and outfits. Let me make sure I got that straight. Luke Cage and outfits, because do a whole new introduction and do a Heroes for Hire, new characters, new everything. Would y'all be interested?
I don't want to see
If
no
they
more
did
origin stories.
a whole origin, they don't need to do that. It's already done.
Yeah.
Even if you change the person playing the character to somebody else, there's still no need to go through a whole origin process.
Yeah, they don't. It's nothing new for them to
You
just
waste
sit up
people's
here.
time.
It's nothing new for them to just pick continue on and just pick different actors. It's been done in movies many a time. We all have seen it. They already had recast this and this. They about to recast Batman like 20,000 times. Recast Superman 1,500 times. Wolverine 1,200 times. I don't care. Just keep pushing. No more origins. No more origins. Stop. Just stop.
Honestly, I like to hear that they were just born with the power. Like let's say Luke Cage or Jessica Jones or somebody like that. They reintroduce them. I just about to say, oh, they were born with the powers, rather than just do a whole origin story of how they got them. It's just a waste of time. At least when you say, they were born with it, you can just say that and just be done with it. No need to, explain it further.
Right. So if you think that if Marvel think that's all they should do, just kind of like dance about it, or just really don't speak too much about how they get their power, they just got it.
Yeah.
You don't need to know how they get the power, you just need to know they got the power.
Like
I mean,
you've
that
already
makes sense.
explained it in the prior series, so there's a need to go through all that again. It's like we know.
Yeah, but you know how TV shows and movies like to stretch shit out. They'll tell the origin story of the origin story. You got a TV series that's been canceled called Krypton. Now, I don't know what DC got a problem with about this here, but DC have a big problem with they made origin stories and stories for characters that was side people. Like they making a whole story about Alfred, Pennyworth. They making a whole story about Krypton, Superman, grandfather. Like people that wasn't really in the comic books and so far off in the origin stories, and Krypton got canceled. Do y'all think that that Pennyworth show gonna get the same treatment on the two seasons out of here?
What network is it going to be on? Because you got to look at it
I
this.
really don't know.
With Krypton, it's on the Sci-Fi Channel. That's nothing new. The weapons over here. Sci-Fi Channel always did that. That's Sci-Fi Channel MO. They never keep them shows on there good for long. And you know, a lot of people like, man, it was bull. Nah, that Krypton was all right. It was all right. Man, just what they do, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you. It's just what they do. They do stuff like that. That's the Sci-Fi Channel. Big budget special effects and all that other stuff.
Superman great grandpa.
Nah, Sci-Fi Channel did that. They got Sci-Fi Channel written all over it. Unless they come out with some other stuff and say on DC did it. Nah, the Sci-Fi Channel. Sci-Fi Channel does that. That's what they do. Unfortunately, the Sci-Fi Channel do that. They always do that. Like, you be like, oh man, this movie is decent. Man, look at this joint. This joint okay. It was another movie that they had that was out kind of like with people that got powers and stuff. I forgot what it was called, and the Sci-Fi Channel got rid of that.
Whatever it is, put it back in its hole.
I got rid of that. It had something. Yeah, it was shows like that they had that people that had different powers. They got rid of that. I'm like, damn.
They got the sci-fi, they got the sci-fi. I mean, not the sci-fi, but if you're looking at them, what I mean by this is, like, they got the African, they got the Krypton, like, you got the Pennyworth movies, right? You got the Goblin, but they have no Batman. Then you have, like, Batwoman, you have Batwoman, but no Batman. You have Supergirl, you don't have Superman. You don't have the real main characters in these movies, and they get canceled. And you got shows like Superman. They don't have Superman. They have Superman, great grandfather, you know, stuff like that. These shows that mainline, and DC is doing this shit with all the shows that are coming out with. Flash is probably the ones that are on the CW is probably all the closest ones to the main characters they got. I think it's more of a DC thing, somebody shows the talent and stuff like that. So what about these things? What do you think about these sideline characters getting out with TV shows and stuff? Pennyworth, he did the whole season. Instead of coming out with main characters and doing like TV shows for like some of the main characters, they doing like people, like I said, like Pennyworth, like the Butler, or they doing one about Superwoman. I mean, that's the woman on Supergirl. Or they got a TV series about Batman. But that one put it out. Instead of having a Batman, they will have one of the side characters. They don't do the main character.
All right, big guy
or
down.
Legends of Tomorrow.
Hey, that thing was like a walking
A lot of them
aircraft
shows
carrier.
I don't even like.
Yeah, let's go.
I ain't gonna you, bro. See, we gonna
Yeah,
have
I was gonna
comments.
say some of those. That's what I'm saying with some of those shows. It's either a hit or a miss.
Right. I mean, even
Doom
if like,
Patrol.
Where we're going,
I want to say like stuff like
Oh,
Doom
that's
Patrol.
right
Instead
over
of giving us more characters and people that we want to see, they giving us stuff like Doom Patrol. Like
you want to know what the problem with it is? Probably a lot of them shows like that don't be having good writers and stuff. So I guess it's easy to write more. I guess for them to write better stories. I guess.
What happened?
He's trying to
I
put
don't know.
Powered the last
more of their
one.
characters because,
I got here right before it fell.
like I said in the previous
Exfiltration
podcast,
mission.
most people don't know nothing past the Justice League as far as DC.
How'd you get him out?
It's casual.
That's true.
I'd rather see the.
Most people don't even know. Most people don't even know who are in the Justice League.
Yeah, like I said before, I'd rather see these little characters, little street level characters, or the little characters that you don't know, like Black Lightning and all them. I'd rather see them get airtime because I know people don't know nothing about them. Like it's good. It's always good to do that, just in case if you decide in the future you want to add them into the
Man, this damn thing
universe,
beating
the
from all these
Marvel
wet
universe or DC universe. If you want to have them for the big time, I always like the little guy to get their little screen time or whatever, their little side shows. Like I don't want to see
So
another
you think
Superman
that's a good
TV
move?
show.
I mean, think about it. Swamp Thing got a season 1 already canceled. You know, Krypton already canceled. So you think that's a good look that they giving those the shows like that a chance instead of going straight for the hard hitters?
Yeah, man. I think you gotta try. You would never know if you don't try.
Wait. That ain't all on DC. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's why I was saying, like, Sci-Fi Channel, I know that's a Sci-Fi Channel. Because that's the Sci-Fi Channel MO. Any movie that Sci-Fi come out that's good, they cancel it. I don't know what's
now,
going
you
on.
want to play a show and it's on the DC channel exclusively? But the ones that come out on other channels, you can't always blame on DC because a lot of networks will go with whatever they feel like.
Right. Maybe it didn't meet that network standard. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it didn't just meet their standard, but I know Sci-Fi is good for that.
It might be a situation where the network go to DC and say, hey, I got an idea. We want to make a TV show about Pennyworth, the butler of Batman, and tell his origin story. You know, stuff like that. And DC got to approve that for that to get done.
DC, it's like this with DC, and a lot of people don't get it, man. If you think you can make it, that's like me coming to you and be like, yo, I want to put your comic book joint on my network, blah, 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 and so forth and so forth. It ain't like DC going to them and telling them, you know what I'm saying? Because DC could just put it on where? They streaming service. So, I don't know, maybe DC saying, you know what? We're going to put Krypton on our streaming service and we're going to see what happens, whatever. Maybe that may be the case. But if I'm coming to you to say I want it on my streaming service and I come up with a good storyline, that's up to you to say yay or nay. Now, if I decide that I want to cancel it, whatever, or I feel like, well, the rating is not as high as I thought it would be, then that's up to me. Well, then I'm canceling it because the rating is not as good as it should have been. I'm saying that can also be a contributing factor, contribute to whatever problem that it is with a lot of them shows. I'm saying, like, so you know, like, I'd rather you to try than not try at all. So at least you know at least I tried. It ain't my fault. I tried. Ain't nobody want to watch it, so fuck it. I'll cancel it.
Right. I mean, you put them out there, but me personally, I just think that, you know, I like the superhero movies, but some of them I don't think deserve movies, or they could put focus in a better title of characters than the ones they do as in movie focus wise. I could see them doing a comic strip or focus of some of the ones that want to do better stories like that, but I just don't see them doing the ones that they're doing. Like some of them, just like I said, just a little bit too much. Some of them is a hit and miss, like Legends of Tomorrow. I don't understand. It's a little comedy, like I understand it, even though it don't, like, you know, so that's like the hit miss for me. But the ones I'm going to Pennyworth, because man, that's to me it was just too much when they did that one. It might actually be good, but it's just the whole concept of y'all want to write a whole movie about the butler of Batman for the TV series behind it. But they don't on the DC don't want to allow them to put Batman into a movie. Or, I mean, not a movie, a TV series. And they just allow Superman to be in one.
Do you actually know anything about the show?
Yes, I know about
that. Batman?
I know he was in the army. I know.
Like,
I know.
Alfred had a actual history, you know what I'm saying, before he was the butler of Batman. And that's what the whole show about. He had a history before he was the butler of Batman. Like most, I think he ain't nothing but the butler of Batman. But you gotta think, I'm gonna just throw this at you. Alfred beat the shit out of Superman.
Ah, good.
Hold on, he did what now?
Yeah, he beat the shit out of Superman.
Ah, shit! They're everywhere!
Well, They got something to do with the fight. But I don't know that kryptonite because of my dick.
He ain't had no kryptonite or nothing. One thing that a lot of people forget about Superman is not know how to fight. And the thing he's fucking too tall.
Hand-to-hand combat is not.
And
It's not
Alfred
acceptable.
was kind of fat.
Hold tight, I'm on my way.
Right, so but Superman still is super strong compared to every normal stuff.
Superman greatest weakness not even kryptonite. Superman's greatest weakness is not kryptonite. His greatest weakness is because he
He's
cares
magic.
too much. No, I'm talking about him just caring. Care too much. You hold back. You can control Superman. The Superman we looking at is not even nowhere near to where he learned Kryptonian martial arts. Kryptonian mind control. He ain't learned that yet. He ain't learned none of that. You don't see that till like a dead end 50 or 60 years later. The Superman we looking at, you don't know none of that. You know none of that shit. Man, he's too much of a Boy Scout. He too much.
Yeah,
he
but
old.
still.
They get this.
Okay, well, how would Alfred beat him if he
Listen to what I did. Listen to what I said. Go read the Injustice storyline. Go read the actual Injustice storyline. Don't play the game. Read the Injustice.
He's not no builder. He's not no boxer. If you look like this, if you was going to look at it as in a boxer term, you know, Superman would be more so of a brawler than an actual boxer. If you're gonna look at it in that term. I'm Superman. I'm gonna move this planet for hitting Earth. That's it. He's just an ideal. He's just an ideal for everybody else to be better than what they are. Good.
Right. I mean, so what about you, bro? You interested in the Alfred movie? Or TV series?
I mean, I would like to see it because most of the people who are the casual don't know a lot about him other than he's Batman. But they don't know nothing else. He does just that. The one box but this gives them opportunity to learn something else about him.
Snap, you got me. Chuck, it's a little joke that everybody always had and stuff like that when you turn down the reading, you know what I'm saying? When they come and read down the comic books and stuff like that. Well, Batman the great as this. Who helped build them gadgets?
Who did he learn all this from?
Who you think helped show him how to build them gadgets and stuff? The closest man, that's his father, Alfred.
The man that was always right there with him the whole time.
Yeah, Alfred was showing Batman a lot of that stuff. Yeah, that's all Alfred. Like, you don't think Alfred know how to fix it?
All right, we're clear.
Yeah, just because it's Batman company and he using some of his company technology, it was Alfred the one who was really showing him how to use a lot of that stuff. And it's bad because
I thought it was him
no, they ain't coming to jail. That Fox story ain't coming to like years later. You start reading the early years of Batman and stuff like that, it was Alfred. Alfred was doing all that stuff. Batman wasn't tech savvy. Man, he got me again. Batman was just a great detective. He just a modern day Sherlock Holmes. That's it. Alfred was the one that was doing all the work.
Hey, what about if Alfred was the one deep, like they had deep down, and he was the one that was puppeting Batman to do all the stuff that he was doing. Batman thinking he was going out there doing all the things that he was doing, but secretly it was Alfred tricking him to do the stuff that he wanted him to do as his own assassin.
You know what's funny?
The fire ass Batman story.
That's funny that you said that.
Clear.
That's funny. Because in a comic book, they had like a what if story like that about Alfred was the one that was doing everything. But I know you seen it. I know you had to see that, Joe. I know you had to see that.
Yeah, I was about to put it right before you did.
Like, yeah, it was, yeah, you know, a lot of that stuff, you know, they touched that already. They already done touched stuff like that in the comic.
I like the one where I like Batman. One we had to sit in an insane asylum, and all the people that he's been fighting, all his doctors and shit,
Was all in his head. Some of them stories, yeah, man.
Yeah.
So some of them graphic novels, like I like a lot of them graphic novels, cause a lot of them graphic novels touch stuff like that. Like Batman really crazy. That's why I was telling people, like, in actuality, Batman is crazy. People be like, nah, cause he knows Batman is crazy. He even admitted it. He's crazy. He got a problem.
All right, we're clear.
He have a problem.
Every money and shit.
Heads up, pouncers!
He got a problem.
Yeah,
And
he's still a rich person than all of his head.
no, yeah, but you know, no. Here's some of the funny things about that. This the funny thing. Oh man, this the funny thing about that. Even in the movie, the Dark Knight movie, Bruce Wayne even admitted it. Like a man who dressed up, had the back, had the serious problems, serious family issues and stuff. He was talking about himself in the third person, but he was actually right. Go back watch the movie. Go back watch the Dark Knight movie when the Batman, what was it? Batman Begins. Go back and watch that joint.
Right.
And you'll hear how he's talking about himself. Yeah, he knows he's crazy.
I mean, they got a Batman film going around out there. Everybody
I mean, Batman is great though. Don't get it wrong.
Can't wait for you to get me one.
That's it.
I'll give you my profile after this. So you can play on mine. I have no shame. Yes, Flip Money have no shame about having people who play his game. I don't mind.
Wait, the elevator still doesn't have power?
Yeah, we taking Savage said he was taking walkthroughs going through Destiny. I mean not Destiny.
That means splitting up. Generators or operations deck? Which one do you want?
I do not feel bad about getting people to play my game. I have no morals about that. I don't care. I don't care. You like people carrying you? I don't care. It's the experience that matters.
Hey, I assume we'll know these generators when we see them, right?
That's what it is.
That's a pretty safe assumption.
And I know. They probably be thinking.
I encourage everybody that play Anthem, and y'all serious about playing Anthem, and you want to play, hit me up. We'll give you a chance.
Hey,
I grind hard. I do grind hard.
And they got to keep up. There's one thing I know you got to keep up.
No, you stay alive. You ain't got to keep up. You don't die.
Man, bro. This is, man.
Stocking up.
It was something else I had just seen that was going on. Oh, yeah. But I was looking at something about some people about at the Marvel. Some fanboys was talking about storming the Sony studios and stuff like that. I was like, man, people out here is crazy these days here.
That's what I was saying earlier when I was talking about they talking about boycotting. That's what I'm talking about. I don't why they boycotting Sony. Why they boycotting the PlayStation? I don't understand that.
What makes you say that?
I don't get that one. I don't know why you want to boycott the PlayStation 4. I don't understand that one. That I'm kind of lost, but okay.
People don't know how to separate the two.
Like what the PlayStation
Like
4
Sony
got
and
to do
movie has
with
nothing
that?
to do with PlayStation.
I don't understand what's going on. You're confusing me.
I don't never know.
You can watch on the movie.
You said they give by association.
Okay, I'm not seeing a way out of here.
It's because the breaker's open. Give us a second to close
Let's
it.
speak about that one last thing. Hey, out of DC, which movie would y'all like to see them bring out?
Guys, I'm closing the breaker.
Something that we haven't got yet. Birds of Prey, they supposed to be doing some reshooting of that, and you know we gotta listen, you know.
You're good to go.
The minor setbacks that's going on with that, but they're reshoot, so we got a little minor delays about that. So, what other movies would y'all like to see DC announce to come out with? Anybody have any special type of you want to see, or the Swamp Thing, or somebody may not get out there?
Hey, you know what I want?
I
They
can't
need
think
to do a
of.
Cyborg movie.
And I want
You
to
already
shout
introduced
out
him in
to
Justice League.
Mr. 100. I want to see a complete origin story
From being sober. Oh.
That too, but the whole Legion of Doom.
No one.
How
I see
Legion of
that.
Doom get formed.
You know what? You're right. Dude, I always
Would
wonder
that be an
why.
origin story, though?
What the hell? Why
They
we
need
gotta
to be
go all the way
reset.
from here?
Generators or operations deck?
Nah,
Which one do you
nah.
want?
Origin story with Legion of Doom?
Yeah, of how the Legion of Doom get formed.
Okay, Del, Kate, you take the operations deck. We'll deal with the generators.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Come on,
The
man.
role you was saying something
Everybody knows
about
who
Cyborg.
Batman fight. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows the villains that most of these, you know, the Justice League fight. Come on, man, let's just step it up.
I mean, that's
Instead
good.
of, you know what I'm saying? Having the Justice League actually in the movie, it's a whole bunch of them doing criminal shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know them coming together like, yeah, we could, you know, do, you
I'm gonna
know,
like some
make it
Suicide
bigger,
Squad
team
stuff.
up.
You like some Suicide
What?
Squad?
No, not
Suicide Squad?
No, not Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad, they are all in prison.
Right.
I ain't talking about.
Something wrong.
You went for the Suicide Squad too, cause they do that make Guardians of the Galaxy supposed to be making Suicide too. And
You still in the game?
And he called it Suicide Squad 2,
Nope.
the Suicide Squad.
It kicked you? It kicked me.
Okay, no.
You
I
quitting
don't
or?
want to see no
Not
Suicide
interested
Squad.
in it. Yeah.
No.
So what about you were saying, Ro, about Cyborg?
To give him an origin movie because they already introduced him in Justice League, but they really didn't like give no real information about him to people who are the casual. Because beyond most people probably watch like Teen Titans and all that, and that's not enough. So they would need to give him a full backstory. Which is what they should have did before they put out Justice League, but that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, but everybody's saying they tired of origin stories. You know, tired of origin stories. So you think
Yeah,
For the
But
same
it's-
characters that they doing it before.
Yeah, people
They
are tired of
repeat
origin
origin
story,
story just for the same
right, of character that everybody know of.
Right. So with a newer character, y'all wouldn't mind an origin story.
No, if it's a new character, you would have to give that origin story for the character because they may not know anything about this individual. So,
okay, what about what Chaos was saying? He was like, you know, he tired of the origin story, just drop them in bound. They got powers. We everybody know they got powers, and just kind of kick it out straight out the back.
now he was
Jump right
talking
into
about
it.
characters that we already know about. Then yeah, there's no need to do our full origin story. Like if they wanted to go back and repick up, you know, like you said, heroes for hire. There's no need to give us an origin story on those people because we already know who they are. The casual already knows who they are. This is
What if
introducing
they
a random
recast the
character that
characters,
haven't. You still would have to do it because we already
Still
know
know
who the person is.
the people.
Okay, so since you know what the people are, they still would have to do the origin regardless, right?
No, they wouldn't have to. I don't think they would. Because everybody knows who Luke Cage is already. There's no need to give him another origin story. We got the point.
I'm saying, you see a big ass black bald head dude with a yellow t-shirt on in the Marvel movie, 9 times out of 10 is okay.
Right.
I just want Blue Marvel.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but so what about you then, Flip?
Do an origin story of myself and Blue Marvel.
Blue Marvel. Yeah, I can see Blue. See Blue Marvel. That's when you have to do an origin story. Basically, his story is consisted of his origin.
Kind of sort of.
I mean, that's in setting the tone.
They don't
the
actually
type of
have
character
to do
he
an
is.
origin story. No, they don't actually have to do an origin story for the Blue Marvel. They can actually start the movie with Ant-Man beating the piss out of the Avengers, but they have to like y'all was saying when we was talking about Namor last week. You know what I'm saying? Namor would have to be in the MCU by then. Because Namor was the one that went and found him.
Yeah, from what I was saying, Namor should be in there right on the Black Panther
handle
too.
the power surge.
I'm
They
just
need to be
saying.
reset.
You know, that's the room.
Not-
Right.
That means splitting up.
I'm not saying all
Generators
that.
or
I'm
operations?
saying Namor have to be in the MCU for that. Because he the only one that know where the
Which
Blue
one do you
Marvel
want?
at.
Well, your call, James.
I just want
Okay,
a
now,
cameo
take the
in there.
operations deck. We'll deal with the generators.
I want to be the one. I want to be the one that gave Blue Marvel a can of beer.
Bill Mahu.
Okay.
Okay, I assume we'll know these
He
generators.
trying to get Blue Marvel drunk.
Yeah, that's a pretty safe assumption.
Then let's do this.
I'll do that for like $2,000. That's how much they gonna pay me anyway.
You want it to be just an extra? I mean, you know, depending on what they making, you can actually make pretty good money being an extra. If
Yeah,
somebody
it would be
that I know
nice,
was in Queen of the South repeatedly,
They be like, yo, who the show
make
boy
good
right
money
there?
doing that.
That's Flip Money. What power he got? Nothing. He just bring everybody to beer.
You're right.
That's my mutant power. I
You the
make
one that's
beer.
cool.
You make beer?
Do he drink
That-
enough?
That's what's up.
Cause
That's,
the beer is his weakness also. I only can make it to give it to everybody else, but taking myself, I'm done.
What makes you say that?
I end up like Trevor. I be end up just like Trevor.
Just wake up somewhere random?
I wake up somewhere out like, where's this at? Great Scott, how did I get here?
the Avengers. Hey, I want to ask y'all one last Spider-Man question before we get up out of here. Now, with Spider-Man 3 not going to be involved into the MCU, which direction y'all think they going to go into on Spider-Man 3, the Sinister Six, or you think they going to go with the Ben?
They're gonna build it up for the Venom. They're gonna build it up somehow for Venom.
Okay, I'm not seeing a way
Even
out
though they
here.
were going, Venom was going to be in
Spider-Man movies.
Give us a
They
second
was
to
going
close
to
it.
Sinister Six though. Think about that.
Yeah, they was going to. Oh,
In
snap.
Spider-Man movies.
They-
What it
got
was?
it.
Spider-Man 2 was who? What villain that was? Spider-Man 2. The
Right, get to the other generators.
Mysterio. Mysterio
No,
was
he's
in
talking about
Spider-Man 2.
Mysterio.
The Vulture was in Spider-Man 1. You had the Shocker. You had who else they had in that Scorpion. He was in there. And they had somebody else they had in there. They were showing pretty much the Sinister Six. I don't know what I think they were missing was Doc Ock and he didn't have no signs for eye for it and nothing like that. So that's the only thing that's missing out. They could have been part of the Sinister Six that or that was in there. So Spider-Man 3 could go with the Sinister Six. Or it could go with Venom, so it really is a 50-50 chance. So we know you don't really go into Jay, you've been kind of quiet for a nice little while. Still in here?
Nice, turns down.
Yeah, what's good?
Yeah, so which direction you prefer to see that the Spider-Verse won't mean? Like the Spider-Verse.
Hey, we're blocked again.
started with the bring out the new Spider-Man. Which way you direct him going to the Sinister Six, or you it's like you see him going to the Venom and Carnage era.
Honestly, I'm about to kind of pull a savage and say I really kind of don't give a fuck where they go because it's not really going to matter. I ain't gonna. No, it's just that.
Heartbroken like you made it.
It's not that I'm heartbroken and mad. It's just that I just don't really care, you know, about, you know, Spider-Man like now really anymore. Like, what's Sony gonna do with Spider-Man? Just the Spider-Verse, like. God damn, that movie is good.
Hey, the Spider-Verse is good though. Think about this. I only did that on their own. They didn't let it do the most. They just Spider-Verse on their own.
Yeah, let's see how back then. I want to see. Yeah, but you know.
Call bullshit on the play. Get down. Call bullshit on the shit. The Spider-Verse movie. You fucked that movie. That shit already existed just like this before they made that movie. All they did was right after a commentary.
Can Tony even copy any comic? Can Tony even copy any comic book from a Marvel comic or nah? Nope. Yeah, they got to start off. They do this. Yeah. Yeah.
They got to do the whole thing from scratch, right?
So
they can use it pre-made.
Yep. So there we go, right there.
I know Sam's kind of preference on it. Which preference do you said on Sinister Six the Venom and Carnage?
Sinister Six.
You know this shit gonna come to an end pretty soon. We may get like 1 or 2 more movies out of it.
Oh yeah. I'd rather see Sinister Six if I had to choose. But honestly, I really don't care.
Hey, friendly fire!
It don't matter to you, man.
So
what about
it's just gonna fail?
Get the legendary. Let me get the legendary.
Sinister Six, of course.
I got a new legendary and I'm ready.
Okay, get back to the elevator.
Oh, I ain't seen nothing.
Yeah. Which one you'll go with?
I don't care.
So you don't care about Sinister Six?
I don't care what they do. No, I'm a Spider-Man fan, but I just don't care. I don't care. They already done fucked up, so I don't care.
See? Flip's on the same side as I am.
I really don't care.
What is there to care about?
To make the good Spider-Man movie?
I think they can make a good Spider-Man movie, but I don't think they're gonna make a good Spider-Man movie like the way Disney made it. Oh hell.
Exactly.
I'm cool. I don't care, man. Fuck.
I mean,
I want Disney to get Spider-Man back.
Exactly. I've been wanting that all along. Before the season. Before Spider-Man came to the MCU.
Yeah, because Sony was stepping it with people in there way too much.
Already
to keep remaking these different origin over and over again.
Yep. I mean, I don't care. I don't care what storyline they gonna go with, but I already know what storyline they are gonna go with. That's the difference between which one I want and which one I know they're gonna go with. And they're gonna go with Venom.
And I guarantee Spider-Man's gonna be graduated from high school. I guarantee you.
Yup. They gonna run with Venom.
It's eventually gonna happen.
Want me tell you why they gonna run?
Wasn't always in high school. Spider-Man wasn't always in high school when he was Spider-Man.
Let me tell you why they gonna go with Venom, because Venom is a popular character that everybody likes, but only don't understand. Seem to understand that the Spider-Man got more character. I'm gonna give you a breakdown.
My mom.
The last couple Spider-Man movies that came out, right?
Oscar.
You ever noticed after Spider-Man 4, right? You ever notice at the end of Spider-Man 4, who did they show?
Yeah, they did.
I'm sorry to hear
They showed the Rhino. They showed Rhino, yeah. At the end of Spider-Man 3, At the end of Spider-Man 3, after that bullshit Venom joint, who did they show? They're talking about they were talking about the Rhino. After the end of Spider-Man, the other one with the other dude, that Spider-Man 2 movie that they had. Who did they show again? Was not a big ass robot again?
Rhino.
Well, the power looks on to me.
Would they ever make it to Rhino? I don't even know.
Yeah,
it's between Rhino and whatchamacallit before they even get to the Sinister Six. Rhino and Venom before they get to it. Because Sony track record is fucked up. Sony going to do it again.
Come on.
Sony track record.
That's
what they know. They have the composers of doing it all over.
Or Andy Osborne, I should say.
Hey, I got an idea. What's that? Let's use the idea that we used when Tobey Maguire was using it. Huh? What's that? Let's bring back on Venom and Rhino. That's a great idea. Yeah, let's make it. It'll make us money. Guarantee that's what they're gonna do. After all this is blown over, yeah, it's gonna be another dude that's gonna play Spider-Man, and they're gonna try that with. Watch, I'm telling you, Sony don't learn.
I think you should have went the other way.
Sony do not learn.
About halfway up.
Let's try not to disturb anything.
Shit, now what?
What the hell is that? Did you hear that?
Why would you say that? Carrier!
Oh, I didn't know what that was. Rogue, I was about to leave you. I don't know what it was. I got nervous, like, I'm like, oh man, my connection messed up. Oh, I got you talking.
Yeah, y'all crazy. But, y'all ready to go ahead and get about this thing, man? Y'all got anything, y'all want to bring for y'all want to get up out of here?
Hashtag, oh yeah, hashtag, Spider-Man go to Disney. Spider-Man go to Disney. Hashtag, Spider-Man go to Disney.
Spider-Man go to Disney.
They go back to 100% on everything.
Yeah. If they ever come back to the table,
wait till we get some more information about this. What if y'all find out that Disney was wrong? That they the ones that did was doing the fuckery. What if we all find out that I want y'all to remember this podcast here, because next week, if we find out the whole situation was caused because of Disney, we gonna talk about it.
They already was. Ain't nothing else to talk about.
No. They still dropping information.
If it happened to be that way, I'll eat my crow. I'll eat my crow. I'll eat my crow.
I just want to let y'all know. I get you saying, no flip, they leaked everything until we hear some more information. So, I just want y'all to recall and remember this here. Yeah.
All right, now I'm trying to tell you, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. I'm telling you.
You too, bro.
It ain't gonna happen, dog.
I know that's it.
I'm trying to tell you, it ain't gonna happen, man. Listen here, Chuck, you are going down a path that I cannot follow. I'm getting a Star Wars reference on you. Same thing with Batman said to Anakin, you are going down a path I cannot follow. I'm trying to tell you.
I will put a disclaimer at the end right here. I was not this whole podcast. I did not get my personal opinion. That was my disclaimer right there for this tonight. All that was in my opinion was way to complete. So I keep myself out of fire of my opinion of the situation. So but they're going to have to hit for the next time for next week before I actually give it. So I'm curious. I got too many to see if that was good. I'm not about the enemy going up. Well, anybody else got to the next second before we get up out of here? We got to find a new outro. I'm working on this intro and all the other good shit. We networking. So I appreciate everybody for rocking with us. And I got to figure out how to do this shit on time. Shit like this. We're gonna get more professional for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that we're gonna keep rocking. We got to bluff in the blunder so when we get it done.
It is growing pains.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out. God bless.
Raymond Steve. And make sure you wash your hands when you come out the bathroom. So you come out the bathroom.
This money going to make a second dinner.
y'all. Here we go.
I found stop broadcasting, but oh, but good show, y'all. Enjoyed myself. We had a good time.